Hello, we are a few minutes early. I think I'm just laughing to myself here anyway. Hello, somebody is very, very good and have come in and hit the like button straight away. Jim, how are you? Cemetery visits with Jim. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Hazel. How are you all? Betty, hello. How are you? You all have a good day. You did. I hope you did. And I hope all you mammies and nannies, grannies, all that you were all spoiled today. It's Mother's Day out in America. Hello, John. How are you? We'll wait till a few more come in. Where's Irish Eyes? Jim wants to know where Irish Eyes. I got rid of him, Jim. He's gone. Left him. Hi, Pamela. Hello, the way I roll. How are yous all? Hi, Dottie. Happy Mother's Day, Dottie. Hi, Jean. How are you? Hi, Holly. How you keeping? I was to go live in a cemetery, and we tried three cemeteries. One had a lovely abandoned church, and just we had no coverage, so I just said I wouldn't even chance it. Hi, my Grammys. Hi, Michael. How are you keeping? Michael is wishing everybody a happy Mother's Day. Is Jim the only one that's missing Irish Eyes? Look at the head on me, guys. We're not long back in. We've been off nearly all weekend getting a few videos together. There you go, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Jim was the only one that wanted to know where you are, in fairness. I hope this is not on slow mode or anything silly now.
She's two pairs of glasses on tonight.
Oh, I see that. There you are, Wendy says hello.
Hi, Wendy.
Hello, Mo.
Mo is in the house.
There he is.
There's cemetery visits with Jim.
That's a mouthful, Jim. Cemetery visits with the Jim. Hi, Chris. Happy Mother's Day, Mo. Magaline, is it? Magaline die? Magaline? Magaline? What are you doing? For all the mummies. My Grammys is wishing you all a happy Mother's Day. All those the mammies and the nannies, the grannies. So how are you all getting on anyway? And we'll see what we'll talk about.
Hi, Betty. Hi, John.
Cemetery visits to Jim. Cemetery Jim just sounded like a creepy cemetery workout channel. I get that now, actually. Hi, Liz. How are you?
Working out in the cemetery.
Oh God, that's given me all sorts of what would you call it, visions.
So we're not long back. We were in the west of Ireland, the Midlands, the west.
Into the west.
Few places. So I was back home to visit family and stuff, and I have a video actually. I have it scheduled to come out tonight at 10:30 our time. So I have a video at 10:30. It's just basically it's a cemetery near my family's home in the west of Ireland, and it's a visit to my grandparents' grave. So that's up tonight, so you can see where my grandparents are interred.
It's a beautiful, real peaceful little cemetery, kind of up on a hill. It's really, really nice. And I fell, didn't I?
She fell.
We were given the area a little clean, and I was pulling weeds, and I was kind of kirkied down, and I was pulling and pulling, and next minute they came away, and I went flying.
So it's a video just about like I video all the other graves that's in the cemetery as well, looking at other graves, and I come along into my grandparents' grave and show you what was done. It was cleaned. It was actually sandblasted, and inscription was brought up better on it. So a very good job on that. So you'll be able to watch that.
That's fine, Susan. Thanks for dropping in. Enjoy the kids.
Hi, my Grammys.
Yeah, we were kind of debating whether to go live or not, just on account of it being Mother's Day out in America, but we said we'd go with the flow. The weather was beautiful, Mo, absolutely gorgeous.
Sun was shining, yeah, for the last 2 days.
Oh, Chris, I tell you that one in Avoca was a tough walk. I have to. Well, we had an even tougher walk today, didn't we? Oh my God!
Today, yeah, we were in an area today, and it was like Mount Everest.
It was.
It was that steep. The hill was very steep, but we got there and
we got our steps in. Put it that way. It was a beautiful walk, but it was treacherous and it was long and it was very, very warm. But we were loving the warm weather. Our first stop was in Friday. I took to the road Friday after work, and we went as far as Burr
Offaly
in County Offaly.
in the Midlands.
Thanks, Chris. No, I tell you, I'm very, very careful to the point of I'm extremely slow now going up those slopes.
She'd surely be able to see where she's going with 2 pairs of glasses.
Yeah, well, one are the night vision ones. It's not Mother's Day in Ireland. We celebrated Mother's Day a month ago.
March, yeah.
March. Well, this is May, yeah, over a month ago.
March. Yeah.
So just in America, Mo. But yeah, so our first stop was in Burr in County. Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, Dorothy.
Yeah, so Friday we took to the road and we went as far as Burr in Offaly. So it was what, 2 hours drive? About 2 hours drive.
2 hours, yeah.
Give or take. And Burr is beautiful. But I was really wanting to do a story on a Mary Ward. I won't give away too much. It didn't all go to plan, but I still made the video. But I don't know whether any of you ever heard of Mary Ward. You'll probably all Google it anyway. But it's an interesting story. And then Saturday we went to, where did we go? Kinnity, was it? I can't remember. We're just
Kennedy, yeah. I don't
tired now at this stage.
There's a couple of videos that we've done, so there's a few between the both of us. We have a few videos coming up.
Cemetery Visits has lost the video feed, and Mo says it's buffering. Why is that, guys?
It can't be
We're on home
It can't be the
internet,
Wi-Fi because
so
it's home internet, and
hopefully it's okay. Hi, Sonia.
it could be just YouTube. You don't know what happens.
YouTube is really not playing ball lately at all. Happy Mother's Day, Dorothy. Are you back, Jim, or what is the story? Are we here with you, Jim? Are you with us, or what is the story? Mo says it's buffering. Saw my kids last weekend and yesterday that live close. Today I'm relaxing with my furry kids. Happy Mother's Day to all. That's lovely, Betty. Hiya, John. Yeah, John, do you know, I really, really love the iron railings. Some of it actually, they do tend to paint it, but more or less it is always intact, isn't it? And always looks really, really nice. Hi, Trap Towers, how are you? Greg, how are you keeping? Yeah, John, so we're kind of blessed in that sense, that we have these beautiful rails. Some graves have none at all, and then some have lots and lots and lots in it. Oh, we're back, Jim, are we? Good. Brilliant, Betty.
No, we didn't see. Mo was asking, did we see any cat? I only seen a cat on the road.
On
the
the
way
road.
home.
But you know, Mo, I seen a beautiful squirrel today, a little red squirrel, and he kind of hopped his way up around by the car and then kind of legged it into the ditch. So I didn't get a little video of
A
it.
squirrel, and we've seen a ferret, I think, as well.
Oh, a ferret, yuck! I don't like them. He ran across
I'm
the
not
road.
sure, was it a ferret or a weasel?
Yeah, I'm not
One
sure
of
the
those.
difference. On a cell phone still. Oh, I don't know then, Mo. Is it your internet connection at home, maybe? Everyone else seems to be okay.
It could be people's Wi-Fi their own.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Do any of you know any of the interesting cemeteries in Dallas, Texas area?
God,
I definitely don't, Michael, but maybe somebody
Linda
in
Ball might know.
Yeah.
Linda Ball actually is she's subscribed to us. She's from Texas. So
Yeah, Linda might
would
actually
definitely
know, yeah. No, John, we've had cats now and we've had a squirrel, and what else do we have? We've had no bunny since. Oh, you
Squirrel.
had a little rabbit in
Oh, and
famine, yeah.
famine graveyard, yeah.
But they were definitely little wild bunnies. But the squirrel today was gorgeous, but he was too fast.
Very surprised with the weather here. The weather was just very warm for the last 2 days.
Roasting,
yeah. So
Yeah.
we were lucky, and it's nice when the weather is warm, you know, and the sun is shining, because you can, when you're doing a video, you know.
Oh, and the robin, Hazel. We always have a robin.
Red robins.
Always Hazel have the robin. Oh yeah, and ravens. We always have the crows and ravens too. Actually, yeah. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh yeah, yesterday then I did a video in Moneygall. Whereabouts Moneygall? Oh, Moneygall, guys, Moneygall. We'll see who can answer this.
Yeah.
They're a former. How many
US
years
president.
ago?
A former US president and Moneygall in Ireland.
That's 6 years. No,
I'm
Trump
not
was
sure.
in, and then how long was Trump
After-
in? Before Trump.
I nearly said his name.
Before Donald Trump.
Before Donald Trump. I think it was
yeah.
before. Before
would have
Donald
been.
Trump.
So
Yeah.
before Donald Trump, a president of America who I was really, really fond of. And we went to Moneygall. We'll see who can get it right. Google if you want.
Is his
His third great grandfather.
His third great grandfather lived in the area.
Sonia.
Sonia got it.
Well done, Sonia. We didn't find the cemetery because I think was it unmarked graves or something like that.
Yeah, it's unmarked anyway. But there's a pub in the village, a famous pub in the village, and there's a photo online of Obama drinking a pint of Guinness in this pub with his wife.
Chris got it second. Well done. Yeah, so when we were going through to find the cemetery I was wanting to vlog, we drove through Moneygall, and there was a beautiful bronze statue of himself and Michelle, and we were kind of trying to figure what is this about, because it didn't click. And then we drove, I can't remember the name of the
It's
pub.
a big shopping area, like a filling station, food stores and stuff.
Yeah.
And they've named it the Obama Plaza. And there's a bronze statue out the front of the plaza of Obama and his wife. So it's a nice statue outside. And the pub is where they had a pint of Guinness and they had a visit. And
Hi, Linda. Yeah, so it was just a nice connection. We were kind of intrigued because we were going through the village. We couldn't stop. We seen the bronze statues first, then we seen the pub, and there's a lovely photo of Obama kind of over the door. But then, as I said, his hello, Tony, how are you? Denise, how are you?
hi, Tony.
But we were, so when we tried to find the graves were unmarked, so we just didn't do anything about it then. But I just thought it was a lovely connection. So I did a video in Moneygall, and then today, where were we today? Durrow
in County Laois today. So we're in County Laois, County Offaly, County Galway, Tipperary. But they're mostly all like, Tipperary and Galway are very close. They're just separated by the River Shannon. So you have two counties close together.
It was a full-on weekend. I have to say I'm tired now, Yeah, so Dorothy, we're just saying that we've just been flat out videoing and trying to get a few videos done, and I think I managed to get two. I wanted to do a few more, but it just didn't happen. Just there was a place I actually put up in my shorts that was under heavy construction, and I kind of wanted to bring you around the monastery there, and
Yeah.
kind of like a monastic site, I suppose, where the monks were and all the rest. But that was under heavy construction, so we couldn't get all around it. And then the maintenance guy with the lawnmower came in, and that was kind of that blown out of
Hi,
the
Kathy.
water. Kathy, hi Kathy.
Kathy
And
Cousins.
John had asked a question. John, you're gone now. Kathy Myers, how are you, pet?
Linda Ball is in the house. Kathy
Linda
Myers
Ball.
is in the house. Cryptor
Somebody asked about cemeteries in
Texas.
Linda. Do you know any good cemeteries in Texas?
Well, there was that one where Chris Kyle is buried. What's the name of that place?
Who?
Chris Kyle, the sniper, the sharpshooter. He's buried there. There's a movie about him. Do you remember that video, Chris Kyle, the sharpshooter?
Oh yes.
And there's a movie about there was a movie or what you call it?
Yeah.
What's the guy's name that played the part of
Oh, I can't remember now either.
Chris Kyle?
Oh, your man off,
He was in the Hangover movie.
but he was also with
Bradley Cooper.
Yes.
Bradley Cooper played Chris Kyle in this movie called American Sniper, and the real Chris Kyle is buried in a cemetery in Texas.
That would be that is actually a lovely cemetery. American Sniper. Yes, Jean, that's it. That's the one. Scouse, how are you keeping? But yeah, so the cemetery maintenance guy.
Scouse, are you from Liverpool?
I
Because
think
if
we
you
asked him
are,
before.
I'll give you a thumbs up.
I think
I'm a
he is.
Liverpool supporter.
Well, we both are, I suppose. Probably me not as
No.
much, but I do like them. John had asked a question, and I don't know where he's gone. Sorry guys, just scrolling back. Where is John's question gone?
Any good cemeteries?
Oh, no, John was asking about. Oh, why do they not fix many of the older disturbed interments, busted open coffins?
Yeah, I think
Um,
no family.
there's
around.
no family. Our cemeteries are a lot of the older ones, John. Unless a committee is set up, or volunteers, or some of those community groups, it's forgotten if they've no family. Sometimes the Heritage Trust will take over, and actually, the place I visit in Moneygall will give you a good idea of, and we're not sure actually, but somebody is fixing up a mausoleum there, and they're doing an absolutely fantastic job. But I presume that's the Heritage Trust, or maybe it's family.
It doesn't happen everywhere. You see
No.
some mausoleums and they're being fixed up and taken care of, and headstones. It depends, I suppose, the group,
Yeah.
the committee in the area and stuff like that, who's willing to get together and do it. And
And then I'd imagine the cost is huge.
yeah, there's a lot
Huge.
of funding involved.
Let me see. Somebody else. Did
Uh,
you guys say a place called? Excuse me. I'm
Durrow,
thinking.
yeah, Durrow, yeah, Durrow.
What county would Durrow be in?
Durrow's in Laois,
In Leith.
County Laois. No, I didn't hear anything back since. I just got those, I think 2 or 3 emails. So if he doesn't get back to me, hope this week I'll email him again and find out what's happening. So hopefully
Yeah.
something will come of that.
Cryptor says, I know here nowadays a percentage of the purchase price goes into an account for upkeep for them. Oh, well, that's a good idea, I suppose, isn't it? But I suppose it's like any grave. If family is gone, that's it. We don't really have. There are so many of those old graveyards that family are gone. And even if there is family, they don't know that they have relations there. So it does become, not only mausoleums or crypts or vaults or anything like that, like even just the graves become completely overgrown and forgotten, unfortunately, unless a local committee get together and volunteers or the Heritage Trust decide that this is, something that they can put money into. That just is just what happens, unfortunately.
Scouse was asked, yeah, did we ever go to Liverpool? Well, I was there before.
I was there 3 years ago.
I was there a long time ago.
I went to the Peaky Blinders pub. That's the only reason why I went. No, I also went to Old Trafford. Not Old Trafford.
Anfield. Old Trafford. Did you hear that, Scouse? She called an Anfield Old Trafford.
I don't know why they gave it to Anfield, and I did the tour. So yeah, I'm better than you. Although I got the name.
I got the tour of Anfield as well.
I got the latest one.
I was down in Penny Lane. I was all over the place and down around the Albert Dock in Liverpool. But I've never, at the time, I wasn't doing the channel or the cemetery stuff. So I'm sure there's loads of lovely cemeteries in Liverpool as well.
Now, Jim said something about Jim's little video he did. He heard something, and now it's gone again. Oh my goodness. I think he said he heard a voice.
In whose video?
In cemetery.
His own video?
Yeah. Well, there is. That video I did 2 weeks ago. As I was walking into the woods towards the cemetery by myself, I heard, sounded like a woman saying, hun. Now, Jim, do you believe in County Wexford people call each other hun? You all right, hun?
Han, that's hit you in.
Yeah, you all right, hun? Han. I didn't hear that.
Could be a name or something like that, short for something.
Yeah.
So Jim is getting down, Vice is coming in as well.
That is cool, Jim. Let me see. Who else?
Sorry, I'm later when I had to take best friend out to go shopping and to partake of late lunch. Mary.
Oh, very
You're
nice,
welcome,
Mary. Yeah, Scouts. We are planning to go, but it'll be London will be our first stop, I hope. Everything we plan just seems to get messed
We're
about.
hoping to go to England in the early June, hopefully. There's different places
Fingers
we're thinking
crossed.
of going, because I was thinking of going the direction of Hull, Yorkshire, Hull, and then we were thinking about going to London maybe instead. So it's either one or the other, but more than likely it'll probably be London.
Yeah.
London is more cemeteries, really, don't they? Kind of
Yeah. There's a couple that
more known cemeteries,
Yeah.
like famous graves and stuff.
But not only that, Highgate has some amazing memorials as well,
Highgate, Nunhead, and
Yeah. Jim said, I watched a new vlog from Mobile Instinct. Last night he showed dozens of headstones dumped in a river because the cemetery was moved. I don't think they moved the bodies for a sports
I've seen
field.
that.
We've heard. Did you watch that video?
I've watched that, yeah.
I did not yet. I'm a bit behind on everything.
It's a bit sad to see all the headstones.
But we've
thrown
seen it before.
by the riverside. But I think he had that video up before, yeah, because I've seen someone, I don't know if it was him, but somebody had that video up before, the same story.
Yeah, but it's disgusting that they would dump
For a sports field or something.
headstones.
They moved them to put in a sports field.
That's not. But then I have a video on here. Do you remember last summer, I think it was, we were talking to a lady in a little cemetery, and we were just talking in general, and she said, have you visited the graveyard up the road? And we said no, and she said, you need to go up and have a look. The priest wanted a nice green lawn. So what she told us was he took the bodies, put them somewhere else. They don't know where it is, but all the headstones are just...
The bodies were just the bones are all just put in a waste ground someplace.
She thinks it was waste ground, but she said, she wasn't 100% sure. So we tore up the road to find the graveyard. It's actually on my channel. And here were all a lovely green lawn. And here was all, the headstones were just literally lined up, stacked at the side of the church. It was just an awful sight, really. It was
It's
just
just
horrible.
it's terrible to think that a priest would he wanted a lovely lawn grass area
Yeah.
in the church, so he took up all the headstones are just all left up against the wall.
And there's some beautiful headstones. One of them actually had a photo on
And
it.
I know if that was one of my family that was interred in that church area, you would be very angry over it
Yeah.
because you'd be thinking.
But nobody
gives-
must have done anything at the time.
But
This is what,
in this, I don't want to go into religion and stuff, but in this day and age, I think the power trip thing should be gone. You know,
Yeah.
the religious side of stuff, the Catholic Church, you shouldn't be allowed. You know, there was too much power years ago, and not a lot of stuff happened, and and it shouldn't continue today
no.
for that to happen.
Yeah, it's that was sad. We also have learned that there is somewhere in Arkle as well that we still need to visit, and it was the same thing. They took the headstones up to make a park, so we will be visiting there as
Yeah.
well.
Hi,
Um,
Marie.
Hi Marie, how are you? Yeah, so very, very, very sad, really. Doodle-doodle-doo. Let me see. Dave Allen's grave. Dave Allen. The actor Dave. Isn't
Where's
he a
that?
Dave Allen? Isn't he an
England
actor?
tried to find Dave Allen's grave. I don't recall that name, Dave Allen.
No,
No, probably if I'd seen a picture or
I think
something.
he's an
probably
actor. Ray McAnally. Sue, have you ever visited the grave of play the fat? We visited actually Christy
Ray
Brown.
McAnally.
Yeah, the actual Christy
The father
Brown.
of my left foot.
But I don't know. Ray doesn't come to mind. But we did visit Christy Brown's.
Christy
Grave.
Brown's my left foot. We visited his grave.
The actual Christy Brown that my left foot is document. It's about his life, I suppose.
Luke Kelly. They're in the same cemetery.
Very close to each other,
Very
actually.
close,
Yeah.
Ray Whelan. Or Liam Whelan, sorry. Who was in the Munich air disaster, who played for Manchester United. They're all in the same cemetery with Luke Kelly and
Yeah.
Christy Brown.
Is that Laurie Thomas? Laurie?
Laurie,
Beautiful name. Hello from Oklahoma. How are you?
Oklahoma.
Let me see. In the city of San Francisco, there have been bodies found under a house from where the old cemeteries were. Wow. Imagine. Oh my God. Imagine that being
You
your
have to go and
house.
find those, Tony.
Oh. Doodle-doodle-doo. Oh. Chubba here. I just seen somebody saying hello to him, but I can't find him. Oh, hiya Chubba. How are you keeping?
Jabba Wubba.
Yeah, Mary, it's a shocking story. It really, really is. And, I tried to research it, could find nothing. Some of the subscribers here tried to research it. They could find nothing. So we don't even know where the bodies were moved to, whether they were dumped like we were told, or they are still under the law. And there's just no closure to that story, really, because we just couldn't find any information. We're a good Chubba. We're both absolutely wrecked. We've been traveling since Friday.
Just going from place to place and
Place to
videoing it.
place and videoing and a big long trek today to try and find it.
I was worth it though because
It was
we
worth it,
did
yeah.
get good places. And
Yeah.
there's Irish Eyes big props for taking the lead on that cemetery.
yeah.
Thanks, Chubba. I've heard nothing. Mo was asking me
No.
there. I didn't hear anything back since.
I don't know whether Mo's still in the chat because she said it was
But
buffered.
what I did do is I found a group page on Facebook, and I think it's Gory History or Gory, a group page about Gory Mexford. So I shared the video on there as well. So I've got a few responses from that and comments, that the people were very annoyed. They were sad about the way the graveyard was left. And there was actually even people commenting underneath the post on Facebook saying that I have family that's interred there.
Yeah, it's sad. Like it is. Like, I mean, that cemetery. It's famine graves. Like, it's a huge part of Irish history.
Yeah.
And, you know, the fact that not only did somebody go in and vandalize and, you know, do horrible things there, they did try, at least on one occasion, to they did remove all the paint, and they did try very hard, where we could see that they did clear the place, but it needs something. It needs a little bit of love, and maybe some trees planted or some flowers planted, something just
The
to
famine one.
the famine one.
Yeah, I
just
was saying that
something.
it needs the board outside the cemetery gate. Do you know the way you go into these cemeteries and you have a big board and it explains everything
Yeah.
about the famine, and maybe number the headstones and say who's buried there.
Yeah. You see, they might not have records of exact names,
Yeah, but
and
just to kind of know.
but I mean, what kind of really peed me off was the fact that Bishop Comiskey had, you know, visited, and they had put up this memorial to the people that had, you know, buried there through the famine times, and then all this happened after that,
Yeah.
like, and
1986,
yeah,
Bishop Comiskey came in 1986 to put up that memorial headstone there for the famine.
yes, Chubba, that letter seemed to be at least in good light towards you and your desire. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it was cleaned up in I think the 90s, was it?
I can't remember now
it was
what
on,
date.
somebody paid a visit in the 90s, but they couldn't get in because even the entranceway was all
Yeah.
blocked. But there, a couple of years ago, was tidied up as well. But
Yeah,
you know, you have to keep on top of stuff. You can't just go in and tidy a graveyard and think that's clean looking now. That's fine. Yeah, it's something that you have to keep repeating.
unfortunately, we have seen that happen a lot, not just in that graveyard, where locals or volunteers have gone in and, you know, did amazing clearing and amazing kind of they've recorded the headstones, the names, to their best ability. But what happens after that then is that's it. So the big cleanup goes in, and everybody is gun ho and everybody is doing their absolute best. But what happens then is it stops. That's it. It's done with. And in, you know, 5 years' time, not even 5 years' time, the way Ireland has reigned, it becomes overgrown again. And what we've had as well from time to time is people saying, well, the stones are recorded. You know, they're there in the historical society, they're recorded. But that's not enough, really, is it? I mean, we've gone in and found stones with nothing with them. You know, you know, it is really, really sad. And we've often gone to cemeteries and thought, you know something, if we
I
had
just have
people.
I just have an email here, and I'll read a small bit of the email just to let you know about the famine graveyard. And this is the email I got back. Thanks for coming back to me. The 8-month-old child, the grave that was vandalized, is the son of a family of the Ram family, RAM, who were the landlord family in the area. The rest of the family are buried in London. So that 8-year-old child's grave that was vandalized,
8 month.
8-month-old child's grave that was vandalized, is the RAM family. And the rest, I don't know why the rest of the family's buried in London.
They must have moved away after the child passed.
So it's just basically an email saying it was terrible that things were knocked over, destroyed. And now I just hope, he had a meeting there last week. He told me he was going to have a meeting and get back to me about it. He was going to show my video to people. But I just hope it's not one of these emails where, you know, thanks for getting in touch and we'll get back to you and we'll definitely do something about it. And you don't hear anything ever again. I hope it's not one of those, you know.
Hi, Guster Girl. Mary says, I know Soon Irish Eyes, that cemetery is the worst one I've ever seen on a video. It needs continual maintenance.
Yeah.
We have cemetery boards to take care of the graves and have a community day a few times a year just so they don't get run down. Michael, thank you. No problem at all. Yeah, so that's just, it's as you just said there, it's not just go in and we clean it, and then that's it. We'll record it and we'll take photographs and everything else, and then it's just completely forgotten again, which has, we have been through, or to a few of them.
But I can understand, the people that desecrate these graves of not just small children, but anybody's grave.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they realize, that they wouldn't want that done to their family's graves.
Hi, Barbara.
Imagine in 100 years' time, one of your family's graves is turned upside down and broken in pieces, and somebody done that. They don't understand.
No, and I kind of, part of me thinks it's just kids, in the sense that they just don't understand. They really don't understand.
They don't look into the bigger picture. They just walk into the graveyard and think, oh, it's only a piece of stone. It's just a headstone. Nobody comes here anymore. Who cares? Or blah, blah, blah. And they just desecrate everything and spray paint stuff. But I don't know where these people's families are when they're out doing this kind of stuff.
I mean, they purposely went and got that paint to trash that cemetery anyway. And then they didn't just stop there, because it is quite clear those little famine crosses were stomped on and bent over. Like, it's just,
they're
not the most, you could probably move them with your hand, because they are only kind of like a light iron. And I don't know, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I just don't.
There's a lot of, I was going to say a curse word. There was a lot of crap going on in the world. And there's a lot of stuff, people make mistakes in life and they do silly things and all that. But there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for going into a holy, graveyard, and a holy ground and a graveyard, an area where there's people buried who are human beings, at one, they were all people, that lived and walked the earth. And to walk in and do that to a place like that is just beyond me why that's done. Marie.
Yeah. Hi guys, have to go meet my brother-in-law. I'll tell you how I found him 20 years. Oh, well, Linda, fill us in, and best of luck. Enjoy yourself.
Best of luck, Linda. Hope it goes well for you.
Yeah, it's more than just disrespect, Barbara. It's, I don't know, there's a certain society out there that it goes beyond disrespect. I just don't care. I don't think they, I don't know. I don't understand it at all. I'd love to get that group of people, and I keep kind of referring to them as young, because I couldn't see an older generation do that, but I'd love to get them in there and purposely make each one of them lift each stone and, create something beautiful out of the mess that they created, and make them work hard for it. Yeah, Darcy, I agree with you.
I was already talking today to my mother, and she was talking to the both of us today in Galway, and I never knew. She was we were on about the grave, my grandparents' grave, and I said I was up visiting the grave and stuff, but I never knew that my grandmother's brother got killed in the war, First World War.
Yeah.
Was it 1914?
wasn't it?
Was it 14 or 18?
Oh, it was.
He was only 21 years old. He got shot. But she was telling me the story today about he was 21 and he got shot in the war and he's buried in France. And all that was sent back to his parents was a couple of shillings and a hurley that you use for playing hurling. Do you know the sport in Ireland, the hurling game?
James Lynch.
James Lynch, his name was. And he was killed in the First World War and he's buried in France. And that's a family member that I didn't even know about that. So it's crazy to think,
Yeah, it's when you start to dig, it's amazing what you find. That's why I love to, there's times, and probably a lot of times I go into cemeteries completely blind to what is in here, other than I've done a quick search and I like the church, or I like the grounds or whatever. And then you go in and boom, there's so much history, so much of it, like, and that's, I kind of love that history where it's just put in front of you, and suddenly you see their lord, or they're an esquire, or and you have to do the research on that name and that person, and before you know it, you have so much in front of you, more than what you thought you had.
Yeah.
The Wintrops. That is a very cool name, isn't it? Wintrops.
But you know what? I felt very proud today when I heard that my grandmother's brother, which would be my
Uncle.
great uncle, died in the war at 20. He was only 21 years old.
21.
But you know what? Ancestry things are amazing when you go back so far to what you find out.
Yeah.
Sure, we're all the same. We all have somebody who fought in the war.
Yeah.
I don't think there's not one person.
Rich, we have a good variety here for sure, don't we? Our cemeteries and our little graveyards, and I do have to say I have a fondness for the little overgrown, abandoned ones, and trying to get in there and scramble our way through all sorts, nettles and brambles, to find
I think it's
who
vice
is
versa,
there.
isn't it?
Huh?
I think it's vice versa. The people in America want to come and they love the cemeteries here and stuff. But I love the ones in America as well.
Yeah,
Do you know these massive mausoleums
yeah,
with
they're amazing.
with these big pillars on them,
Yeah,
vaults, and you have Millionaires Row, it's called, with all the mausoleums and stuff. It's interesting because maybe we haven't been there and seen it before, stuff like that.
yeah.
We don't get that in Ireland, Millionaires Row
No.
mausoleums.
Nothing like that. If we have a mausoleum, it's on its own, really, isn't it?
We get a couple of mausoleums, Dublin, I suppose, the big cities,
Yeah,
but they wouldn't be flashy looking like the ones, they're really, the ones in America really stand out, they're
Yeah.
lovely.
yeah.
The marble inside them and the pillars on the outside, and even the one with the Sphinx on it and stuff outside the door.
Chubba. What you're talking about, the story, I went all the way to County Offaly to do, of Miss Mary Ward. The unfortunate part of that was when we got to the cemetery, it was locked up, sealed up tight, and it was a stunning cemetery, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it had a fantastic mausoleum in it, and we asked, and we were told, no, it's closed, that's it, nobody is allowed in there. And it is becoming overgrown, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'll see it in the video, because I do visit the area and I show you that. But it's horrible to think that they will see. I do get it as well, because there will be people going in there and they will be drinking and they will be creating problems. But I also believe that if they maintain the areas and if they locked it at night, everybody could still visit these people. And these were people from castles and earls and, big amazing names, and their little church is in ruins. Their graveyard is almost upside down, and their mausoleum looks completely overgrown, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just so sad. I just don't understand it at all.
I don't think it would bother me about when you die, having this big massive monument or massive mausoleum, or
Yeah.
it doesn't appeal to me really. I like looking at them and I love all that stuff, but I personally don't think I would like this big mausoleum or a big statue outside, or you leave your legacy. You don't have to be the biggest mausoleum in the cemetery. I think you leave your legacy behind you in life, what you did in life, what you achieved, all that stuff. You leave all that behind you.
Yeah. Hi, Jan. Nadine, think about it. How much do you really know about your great grandparents and family? It's so sad how fast history is gone. Would you believe I knew my great grandfather? He was 90. He was in his late 90s when he passed. But I remember him. He was the caretaker of the bishop's house, the gardener, and he was an old man. But I was only young at the time, but I really loved him. And he used to sit in his rocking chair in the side of the kitchen with my great aunt Nell. And so I was lucky to have known him and remember him so fondly and so well. I'm very lucky because it doesn't happen very often, I should say. Sorry, but yeah, I do remember my great grandfather. It was, it's nice to be able to say that. Jan, Let me just catch up here. Markers are for loved ones. Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
My
Yeah.
Grammys is having an Irish coffee. She or he, my Grammys, I'm not sure. To be honest.
Come on in.
An Irish coffee.
My Grammy's always doing giggles.
Finding 1700s is amazing to think we in America weren't even a country yet.
Yeah, and we have found a
22.
1622, Rich, which was the oldest one. But then, would you believe, about a week later or so in Youghal in Cork, and I can't remember the exact date, but it was a 16 something as well.
Yeah, it's very rare to find.
Very rare, and we haven't. Now we do find plaques which are dated even earlier than that.
Our old Celtic cross stone ones.
Yeah.
That were there, when they built a monastery or whatever.
Yeah.
It's there since then, like in the early 1500s.
Hundreds, yeah. So we
to find a headstone is
with the name and the date and the whole lot. That is amazing. Sorry, guys, I am tired and I'm thirsty.
So yeah, 10:30. That video is coming up. I have a 10:30 tonight. It's my grandparents' grave. The headstone was sandblasted and cleaned up, and a few other graves I've read and look at in the cemetery as well. So if you're interested in looking at that, it's on in 45 minutes.
Cemetery visits with Jim. We have a burial mound near here that is said to date back to 500 BC. Wow. Those are other ones actually that make me really, really sad, is the burial mounds. The ones with no markers.
Yeah.
Just this mound, and not even a stone, just a mound. And it's obvious it's a grave, but they do tend to make me a little bit sad because, there's somebody there with no marker, no nothing, and they probably didn't have.
Take care, Scouts.
Bye, Scouts.
Thanks for coming.
That they make me so sad as well. Why do people not care about the upkeep of cemeteries, and why would they want to party there? I don't know. No, Mary, I don't get it either. It's just not good, like, is it?
See, the cemetery was down in the middle of nowhere, like, wasn't it, in the farm area?
Yeah.
But there is housing estates and houses, close enough.
It's kind of built up around. I suppose when that cemetery started, there was nothing, but over time, a lot has happened, and farms and.
My spelling OMG.
What? I don't
My
see.
spelling OMG.
Oh.
Are you having a blooper tonight, Marie?
The way I roll. How are you? Mass graves are off. Yeah, we visited one in Wexford. It's a pauper's grave. They came from workhouses, and there's one headstone there of a little boy. I think it was a little boy. He was 12, and some man went through, I suppose, leaps and bounds just to find his ancestors, and he did erect a plaque for her, and I think her child as well. But that is just so sad in there as well. It's just, and then the one in St. Senans. There's a little cemetery we did in St. Senans, the hospital, and they've no idea how many people are buried there, bar one or two that.
There's one woman I think they found buried.
Yeah, that
Like a record of it. Her
did a lot of
aunt,
research.
I think, was it, or something?
Yeah. So they are very, very sad. Chova, I will share the saddest, most pathetic headstone story. I know a lady who came to me. We did the funeral, helped her with a discount on a stone. She's got a large insurance pay out, 6-figure. and had her husband's marker repossessed. Oh my goodness. That is, yeah. Chuba, of course, in your line of duty, I'm sure you see lots, lots in your job. She never paid a dime on it. Isn't that just ridiculous?
She got a huge payout
Yeah,
and she never paid you for doing the headstone and stuff.
and they helped her with a discount on the stone.
You see, that's just people just have no
I don't know what it is. I
no
don't know.
gratitude there.
Yeah, there you are. Liz said it. Yeah, we have a little bit of that, Rich, around. Not, we really haven't happened on anything like that, have we? I'll tell you a good story, Rich. I, with my family, we camped all over Ireland, and we always used to go to Avoca, where I did the little cemetery up on the hill, and we used to camp up along that road heading into Glendalough, just because you're talking about what you're talking about there. And I was only very small. We were only camping in tents. So, there was me, my mum, my dad, my brother, my sister, and then we had aunts and uncles in different tents and so on. And we all went to bed. And then we were woke up with this chanting and crying and drums and music and people shout. It was the most, I would think I was probably so scared. And none of us got a wink of sleep. And the next morning, this group of people came by our tents and said, "Oh, sorry, did we keep you awake?" But that's basically what they were doing that night.
Drums and music.
Oh, yeah, but it was more than that.
And it wasn't Phil Collins.
It definitely wasn't any sort of concert going on. Chuba, I absolutely agree with you. Death brings out the worst, or the best and the worst in people, mostly the best, but can make a crack in feelings, a crater in a few words from someone's. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. A lot of people come out of the woodwork when there's a little bit of that after someone passes away, and they completely forget about what it's all really about. Gutter girl, I cleaned a baby stone the other day that was only from the 1950s, but it is sinking, and now I feel like I need to raise it before it's swallowed by the earth. I see that a lot, gutter girl, where the headstone sinks into the ground, and sometimes you might be able to, read the first name and the surname, and then you get to see nothing else because it is. I don't know what can be done with those. I presume they can be lifted, but you probably know more about all of that and the cleaning and everything else. They weren't rich, to be honest with. Well, not that I know of. They were kind of down past us. We were kind of camping in a picnic area. So they had gone right down past our tents, down into this kind of like a quarry area, I suppose. There was nothing really in it. I don't really know what they were doing. They were doing some sort of chanting, but it's just a story that I remember so vividly. And I was probably only four, maybe it was 4 or 5. I'm not sure, but I was young, and I was young enough to know how frightening it was as well. Let me see.
Jeez, we could do the wine. We could do the lot of things.
Hello, Midwest. How are you keeping? Hello, Flame Chef. How are you?
Witches exercise to fly.
Happened to my great granny's grave. No foundation. I got it fixed. Oh, that's good to know, because I do see it a lot. Let me see. Flame Chef, good sun. We had great sun today, would you believe? And yesterday we were so
Great sun.
so lucky.
I wonder, does London get good weather in June?
What you doing? Late again. I am hearing exciting and listening. Thanks again for sharing your time and interest with us all. That's our pleasure.
I cleaned the baby stone the other day.
I read that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we were talking about the way they sink into the ground.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can't read them. So we might be able to read the first name and the surname, and then we can't read anything else. Welcome to the beautiful latecomers. Let me see. Kathy, did you not get your cherry Coke? Got a glass of milk.
Milk. I have the Coke there now.
I couldn't get the We did have Dr. Pepper today.
Dr. Pepper is lovely, yeah.
We got it today.
It's very hard to find it here, Dr.
Very hard to find. Actually, look at what I got today. I use one pill to read that.
What's that?
Loaded energy, because I'm so tired. The
Club.
Blaze, tutti fruity flavour, glucose and B vitamins, because I need.
You'd be hopping around the place after
Yeah, I need my iron injection. So while I'm waiting to get me
Coke, coffee.
put
in
into the
Ireland.
doctors, I thought it might. Actually, you can try that now and see what it's like.
Dr. Pepper. I forget the name of the song they used to have. Dr. Pepper. Something like that.
Right.
This is like a review
Let
channel,
me smell it.
isn't it?
Let me smell it first.
We can review stuff.
Oh, that smells gorgeous, actually.
It smells like rocket fuel. Yeah, it's alright.
Out of 10 now, what would you give that?
Out of 10, I'd probably give that around 7. I told you we're going to turn into a review channel, reviewing stuff.
It is very nice, actually. That is very nice.
Review.
Mm.
If you want us to review anything, send it and we'll
Review it.
review it. I'm only joking.
The way I roll. I moved from the US to Ireland. Here are 11 things I wish I knew before relocating.
Alexis.
Max
Barron.
Barron.
What's the Alexis? Max Barron?
You'll have to fill us in the way I roll.
What do you mean? Are you living in Ireland now?
Hazel, I don't drink, and
Dr.
I
Pepper's
absolutely
higher
cannot bear
Glass
Guinness.
soda. Mr. Pibb is
Finding
for
things like
us
a full-time job. for-
commoners. Cemetery Jim. You're a high class guy. You're a YouTuber now, no?
We don't have Mr. Pibb here. Out of 10, Marie, I'd give that an 8 or a 9.
Dr.
It's-
Pepper is very.
It's nice. It's fruity.
Dr. Pepper is the best. And I hope Dr. Pepper sponsors Sue's video.
No, I kind of prefer the Pepsi Cherry Max because it's no sugar.
Marie, you don't drink either, do you? That?
The way I roll said finding thing. The way I roll. Are you in Ireland now? Ah,
Mr. Pibb. Is that a brand of
yeah.
committed suicide upon Dr. Pepper's feet?
Huh? Where are you reading that?
Oh, he's joking.
Oh
I
yeah.
believe you used to give
Right now, I just wanted to read the way I roll. Finding things like a full-time job, affordable housing, and a good group of friends was difficult. The country can be expensive, but I've learned there's so much to explore, especially by car. So you'll have to answer us the way I roll. Are you in Ireland now?
Where's Cryptor? Is he gone?
Crypt, he must be gone. I didn't see him saying goodbye.
Cryptor and Serenity Sue.
Marie, I'm completely Irish, but I'm definitely not normal.
You're what?
I've read
No, I'm
Marie's,
not a normal Irish girl. My family tell me.
and I told her I'm a full Irish girl, but I'm not normal.
She's a full Irish breakfast. Without the sausages.
Oh God. It's on Yahoo News. The way I roll, I'm completely lost to you. I'm sorry, I'm lost.
You guys drive on the wrong side of the road. Everybody says that. Everybody says that. No, we don't. It's just that you're not
My
used to it.
brother is at the moment in South Carolina. He drove from, I'm going to say Philadelphia,
Carolina.
6 hours down to South Carolina. I think I am right. He actually sent me a video of a little cemetery because Krista, we've all met Krista here on the chat, I think. Her stepdaddy is buried in the cemetery, so he sent me a lovely video and some photos.
I thought America would have a good selection of
Ireland
chocolate.
definitely has way better chocolate at stores available than the US for sure. Yeah, do you know what, Chubba? I've had American candy that we get some here, not very much of it, but we do get some, and I have to say I'm a Cadbury's girl.
There's a bar here called Marvelous. It's lovely.
Oh my God, that's our favourite.
Doesn't sound right. It's marvelous.
No, the name of it is marvellous.
Hi, Greggy Boo. If I missed you, I didn't say hello to you, I don't think, did I?
But Greg's very quiet.
Greg, did you miss me, Boo Boo? Ooh.
People are going to be looking, going, what is going on? Zero sugar Dr. Pepper. I've never seen that one, Mary. The zero sugar Dr. Pepper. Never. It's just a normal Dr. Pepper here, isn't
It's
it?
just Dr. Pepper soda.
Uh,
I wanted to had something cleaning.
hello, my mother's
Right.
Spark. How are you, pet?
MMS, My Mother's Spark.
Chubba has to order HP sauce online. Is that the brown sauce, Chubba? I don't like that.
HP.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that on bacon. HP brown sauce.
Is the
Lovely.
brown sauce, Chubba?
It's lovely on bacon. Oh, yeah. Oh, mama.
Greg is very quiet, Marie.
Greg is cleaning, he said.
Is he?
Yeah. So we
Not
have Tommy the
shoveling
cat
snow.
is Tommy the cat's cooking and Greg is cleaning.
Well, Greg should be. Maybe he's not shoveling snow anymore. Maybe he's done with that.
He's shoveling snow into the oven. I haven't heard a cat call from us, from Spanky or a moo. Well, you're not going to hear one either, Greg. Because I'm too tired tonight to do any of that crack.
You could use your app.
Oh, yeah, I'll have a look.
He'll have a look. If they served Dr. Pepper, guys, we find it very hard to get. It's Cadbury's Marvelous is the name of the chocolate, but it's Cadbury's chocolate with jelly beans and Smarties, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so nice. I was having a real, do you know, when you're tired, I felt like my sugar levels had dropped, and we stopped at the shop and he came out with a bar. I was like, oh my God.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody, play it again.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't know whether they'll hear that, will they? Oh.
What was she talking about? What were you talking about?
Flame Chef grew up north side of Dublin beside Cadbury's. Oh,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
yum. If you make a bacon sandwich, put HP on one side and mayo on the other.
Mm.
There you go. For Chris. Yeah, I kind of tend to go for zero sugar. The Pepsi Max has no sugar in it, and the Pepsi Cherry has no sugar in it either. But the only Dr. Pepper we get here is full of it.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
Oh, me too, Nadia. Chocolate buttons. Are you messing now again?
Chocolate buttons.
Yeah.
You're making me hungry talking about food all the time. Food.
Chris has a joke. What did the one cow say to the other cow? Please.
Move
no.
over.
Oh. We all know the Queen drinks.
Does anybody know what's 3 trees?
Oh yeah. Don't say anything now. Let them guess. Or let them.
What's the answer? What's 3 trees?
Only intelligent questions or answers, please. What are 3 trees?
3 trees.
Oh.
Nobody's saying that.
Oh. Cat. Oh. No.
No.
Hazel, no. It's not 3. Anybody else? Chubba says no clue. The way I roll
No.
says 9. No. More than 2 trees.
No.
No. Good answer, Rich, but not the right one. Sonia says silence. Cathy says, I can't wait to get back down to the coast.
No. Marie, you're wrong. Hazel, you're wrong. Kathy, no. Oh,
Kathy
she's
just
on about
said-
to, sorry, Kathy. You're on about to, how many's in the chat?
Oh.
A small forest, flame
Well
chef.
done, flame chef.
Look, Marie is still going for 6, 6, 9, 3. It's hard work.
Oh, my grandma's just giving out Pepsi and she's giving out bacon. A lot of cutting.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, lads, these are gas. I needed that now because I was absolutely hanging by a thread.
My jokes. I have jokes, but I can't say them.
Chubby,
on
you
here.
can send them in private. We're quite happy with those ones.
Yeah, I can't say any on here because the laptop will just blow up or something.
And Chris says firewood.
3 trees, yeah. There's a coffee table too.
Oh Lord. Well, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to have to hit the laba.
Hit the high road.
Hit the laba.
You take the high road, and I'll hit the low road.
Anybody know what a laba is?
Yes,
Laba
yes,
is Irish for something. We'll see if to get this one now before I leave him alone. Barking up the wrong trees.
It's buffering, is it, Marie?
No, she's buffering.
Are you buffering, Marie?
Trying to get the answer.
Oh, your brain is buffering, is it?
Yeah, Sonia. So three trees is a small forest.
Yeah, it's a small forest.
Yeah. So anybody, before I go, I am going to my laba now. So you need to see if you can figure out what laba is. Laba is Irish for
Why didn't the skeleton go to the party?
because he
Because you had nobody to go with.
bed. Rich got it. Yeah, Sonia bed. No, Greg, not bathroom. Bathroom or toilet is letterus. Letterus, would you believe? Bed
Yeah.
is laba. Bed is laba.
That's where I'll be going soon, Laba.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming in and cheering us up and waking us up a little bit. What do you call an elephant and a rhino cross? An elephant and a rhino cross.
I heard of that before and I can't remember it now. Guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to Irish Eyes. And I have a video on in 25 minutes.
Elif.
Video coming up in 25 minutes. My cemetery visit today.
Oh,
My
Lord.
grandparents' grave.
Yeah, that video is going up soon now, actually. What time is it?
10:30 it's on.
Oh, my goodness.
It's on in 25 minutes.
Yeah. If I know. Good
And
one.
if I know.
That's right on an elephant cross. Anyway, guys, talk to you soon. Anyway, sure, we'll have videos coming up
Yeah.
this week. Some good, exciting videos. But so for now, anyway, take care. God bless, and we will talk to you soon.
I'll see you when I get my glasses.
I have 2 pairs.
That's the
Bye,
catchphrase.
Louise. Okay, guys, see you then. Bye. Oh, Chris, I just seen that now. Why the witches cancelled the baseball game? They couldn't find the bats. Right, guys. Bye now.